So once again we come together, entering into a sacred space, the sacred space that we encounter within ourselves, and the sacred space which the Arcturians provide for us. So we continue to enter more deeply within, coming into greater resonance with the divine self within and the frequencies which the Arcturians provide for us, ever lifting us into higher realms of light. And as we breathe in the light of spirit. We breathe into our central column, to the true beingness of self which exists behind the outer world, behind the inner world, to the self. We find our light, and we begin to experience ourselves as the divine being of light which we truly are, a being of multidimensionality. As we recognize our multidimensionality, we still give respect to the human aspect, that aspect of the soul which courageously entered at this time into the third dimension, knowing all that it would have to face and endure, and knowing the beauty and ecstasy of the outcome through the work of the starseeds, working to transform a planet, to transform humanity, and to prepare this planet and all its life to be able to enter into the fifth dimension. We are, of course, those that are in the front line, the first ones to be activated to higher frequencies of light embodiment and to the higher spiritual abilities that are coming to us all. So let us rest within our beingness, where we find the light of soul, the true self, and access to the higher self. For it is only from this place that higher work can be done. It is, of course, the ego self that wants to get it, to get somewhere, that thinks it knows where it wants to go. But we have all learnt the difference between the human mind, which is used by the ego self, and the divine mind, the divine heart, and the divine consciousness which exists above the lower personality. We give love and acceptance to the third dimensional aspect of self. It has suffered greatly, yet its suffering now is only continued by the lack of will and intention to let go of its past. So we struggle to be in the now, fully in one's I am presence, within the space within our high heart. This is where we find the truth, that God is love and God is light, and that love lies within us. the illusion of suffering, mainly based upon fear, is ready to be released if only we wish to release our attachment to it and bring our presence into the eternal now. So you feel the Arcturian presence and how they are assisting us to experience ourselves within the now. And as we come into the now, which we find within our hearts, we find a beauty there, a peace which the ego never experiences. And as we go higher into balance and harmony, and the higher frequencies lead into the fifth dimension, there is a calm and a bliss, and we may affirm, I choose love, I choose joy, I choose to be in bliss, and I choose, I intend to release the density of the past which no longer exists, the illusion of carrying it all in my memory, disturbing my emotional body, giving me no peace, and blocking my return from separation to oneness with the all, into the divine light and love. The crystal temple energies, the consciousness of the crystal temple has formed around our circle, and our energy fields have received higher frequencies of light. We know the importance of bringing love of the heart to our work. So let us relax the heart, allow ourselves to be soft and gentle, and to be sensitive to the finer frequencies from the higher dimensions. And we feel the connection to our circle as the heart energy flows around the circle. The Arcturians adding their heart energy to ours. And through this connection of oneness through the high heart, we each feel self-empowered. And we rise up through our open crown to our higher mind, as the higher mind connects us all. And we feel a certain lightness, the lightness of higher consciousness. despite what may be happening in the circumstances of life, or in the behaviour and so on of the lower self, this higher experience is something to treasure, to value, and to honour, and it accepts unconditionally the lower self, what may be considered mistakes made, or judgments that we have let ourselves down, or the shame or guilt of not being able to perform our higher work in the way that the ego self demands. For within the heart there is only peace and stillness, only unconditional love and acceptance. The heart knows who he, she is, and the human experience is simply experience, never judged, never criticized. So we learn to be kind to ourselves, to be compassionate and understanding, not expecting more than what is. And gradually we learn to love ourselves. The divine mother energy that loves, that is gentle and kind. The Christ energy of the divine feminine, which allows us to feel love within for all that I am and all that I have been and all that I shall be. So take your energy down to Gaia's heart and core, inviting in her crystalline kingdom in its higher consciousness, and draw this energy upwards through the earth and into yourself. It takes place for you, of course. You cannot do it. You cannot get it. You do not go out of yourself to find it. It is given. It takes place for you, not by you. As you increasingly surrender to the flow of the divine light and love, and as Gaia rises into you, her heart is in oneness with yours. We are in oneness with each other through the one heart, and we feel the love that lies within, that has been so buried, but which is now bursting forth. For the Divine Mother has arrived, and that gentle feminine love allows us to feel comforted, accepted, protected, and hence able to be ourselves without fear of judgment, knowing that we are loved, that love lies within us, and as we accept the love within, so it may radiate outwards from us, touching all those who cross our paths, and it is received by Mother Earth. So from within the crystal temple, the Arcturians continue to bring us all together into oneness and to raise our frequency. As we simply surrender to the divine flowing through each one of us now. So they will, of course, be working with us, as wherever you are, the starship Athena is above you. So maintain your connection to Mother Earth, to Gaia's heart and core, and her crystalline kingdom. Your crown is open as you continue to receive divine light from above, and you are all supported in the crystal temple. So wherever you are, Helioa is now bringing down a corridor of Arcturian light over each one. We are the open channels bringing heaven to earth, as we each receive an amplified divine feminine light and love. Which travels through us and into Mother Earth and to her heart and core, as we each increase the flow of the Divine Mother energy into this planet. Which will be received, of course, by humanity. So we simply spend that time now allowing the Divine Mother to amplify the feminine energy upon and within this planet. And as Helioa has placed a corridor of light around each one, we are creating a permanent portal for the higher realms to use to constantly be able to send this mother energy into the earth. You are, of course, receiving this yourselves, so remember to allow your hearts to be open, sensitive and gentle, that you also may be embraced by the Divine Mother. The more you are able to relax the body and allow the body to let go, the more divine feminine Christed light is able to move through you. Know that you are loved. I bring all of myself into this now moment, where there is no past, only this now. Recognizing from the truth of my being that within the present moment all is divine love, beauty and peace. And we bring the Divine Mother energy to Trégura in the Pyrenees as it begins to pour through the portal there. And from this huge energy there, it will flow through the entire planet and around the planet. You are each pillars of brilliant, shining light. It is the Divine Mother energy. It enables us to appreciate the love that we are and to receive the love that is always sent to us. It is the energy that will move us out of separation back into the oneness of our galactic consciousness. Within her love, it is impossible to feel alone, or the loneliness that the heart has felt from the pain of separation. And we give this Christed light outwards to the world to end its pain and suffering. For we have risen above our attachment to pain and suffering and can now release the pain and suffering that has existed upon this planet. So continue for some minutes to be this open channel, as the light of Christ is brought to the earth through you. So when you feel ready to do so, bring your consciousness fully into your physical body and be present within the body, maintaining your grounding to Mother Earth, and simply open your eyes whenever you feel ready.